there's like a major lag. That's why I'm like, you're talking, and then like it sounds like I'm talking over you is because there's like a lag for some reason.
No, you're fine. It's probably my internet. It's really awful.
Now just because I said no, it then it froze.
Jinxed it.
Yeah, I jinxed it totally.
Creative juice.
I
Sorry.
was like, oh my gosh, you
Hello.
probably didn't see my message.
No, I saw it for once. I actually did see it.
Are you usually not on Instagram? Like,
I try not to be as much as possible
yeah.
because it's just, you can only take so much of that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Obviously I binge watch a bunch of your videos and I was like, we are very alike.
I thought the same thing when I found your channel too. I was like, damn, I'm impressed. This girl freaking knows what she's doing. Like,
Yeah. I think you're more on the experimental side than me, but I was like, with the whole traveling, film, art, I was like, we're very, very similar.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So, have you always been in Philly? Is that
No, I'm actually not in Philly anymore.
okay?
But yeah, I moved to Philly in 2016, I think, for school. And I ended up transferring schools, but I stayed in Philly for a few years. But I ended up moving back home just to save money, and I'm still in school. So,
So wait, where are you now?
well, it's a very small town called St. Mary's.
Is that in PA or no?
Yep, it's
Oh,
like 2 hours, 2.5 hours north of Pittsburgh.
okay.
So it's pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
Now, just because I said no, it then it froze. That's what I noticed. There was like a whole transition. Like you kind of did more like art stuff, and then it kind of transitioned to like more film stuff. And I was gonna ask you like, how did that happen, or like, I don't know.
Well, it mostly has to do with I don't really know what I want to like do in my life really.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've always wanted to get into film, and like the first film video that I posted was like a road trip that I took a few years ago, and I took some expired disposable cameras, and I ended up just making a video on it just because I don't know, it seemed like a good idea, and just editing and like putting in the video footage and then putting in like the film photo and seeing the difference between the two was just really satisfying to me, if that makes sense. So I just wanted to make more videos like that, and I guess that's kind of how I started going into film more. But yeah.
Yeah. No, well, that's why like you probably like messed with film more than I've ever. Like I just was like watching. I'm like, oh my god, I was laughing so hard when you put the Polaroid in the microwave, and your dad's like, I'm over this. Like,
So bad.
he was like, I can't watch this anymore. And I feel like I relate because like my mom is like the same way. She's just like, I don't get anything that you do, but for some reason people watch this.
Yeah, that's how my dad is too.
Yeah.
He doesn't get it, especially with like film souping and like the experimental films. It goes over his head. He doesn't get it.
Yeah. I've been trying to like, I had the conversation with Dave. I was like, you and Sierra, you guys obviously get along with this film soup. And then he was like, yeah, you should try it. And I was like, I don't know. Cause like for me, it's like, I know like I would obviously have to choose like a role of film that maybe I'm not so serious about, if it's like my first time. But I just was like, I don't have the guts. I feel like unless I purposely really thought like this is gonna be for a video for film soup.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, yeah, obviously it's the whole point of like you just don't know what you're gonna get. And so yeah, no, and then you both like continuously make videos about it. I'm like, one day.
It's really fun.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I don't know, because also I also like always photograph people. So then I'm always like, How's that gonna look like? I feel like it works with like landscapes, but not sure.
Yeah, yeah, it's definitely easier to do with like landscapes and just things like that, and as opposed to people, but still, even like portraits and stuff can turn out really cool. So
Yeah, I know. When I that video comes out, I'll give you guys both a shout out. I
it
have to
better come
watch
out soon.
I have to watch a bunch of your videos, and then I'm like, okay, I feel confident. I can do it.
I'm vegetarian, so
Oh, okay. So let's see, it works out. We find more things.
yeah, we are the same.
Yeah. No, people are like, oh my God, you're vegan. And I was like, that's not something like I feel like if you're, let's say you're vegan, vegetarian, you don't need to like announce it, you know? You only talk about it when you're about to order food because you don't obviously want to eat meat.
Exactly. It's like
Yeah.
people always say that like vegans and vegetarians always talk so much about like their diet, and it's
Yeah.
like not really. Like it's always the other people, for me anyway. They're always like, "Oh, how do you eat that?" And it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
Story of my life. Going to a birthday party the other day, and then someone was like, hey, cinematographer, so like taking photos is like a similar thing. And I was like, oh, where are we gonna eat? And then he was like, oh, well, aren't you vegan? And then I got skeptical. I was like, but do you eat that? Like, I don't know. It's kind of like always an awkward situation, like you said, because some people are like, how do you do that? Like, what is that? It's like a whole foreign thing.
Yeah.
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 Like I feel like despite all the film videos that you have, I was like more touched by whenever you would just talk about like your just like quirks and stuff or what you were thinking. I would just be like, oh no, like totally understand and relate to those things, you know. Um,
Mhm.
and I was just like, I don't know, maybe I guess it's a suggestion that like I don't know if you're down to even like be not necessarily more vulnerable but yeah, like I guess like I enjoyed those kind of like when you talk about just whatever, I don't know, life.
No, yeah, I understand. I've been meaning to be more open and like I guess vulnerable in that way. It's really I'm not very good at like opening up just in general.
Yeah,
But like I know like especially because like well for instance that video that you just posted yesterday, and it's like I watch videos like that where people talk more about like the stuff they went through and whatnot. It's just it's very I don't really know how to explain it, but it does make people, I think, especially like me, uh feel like less alone, you know, and it just humanizes especially people like on YouTube, and it makes us, you know, realize, you know, we're all just kind of floating through life, just trying to get through it, you know what I mean? And it's just I don't know, I think there's a lot of importance in like sharing stuff like that and like connecting with the people who follow you and whatnot, you know?
yeah. I'm really also curious about your art, but that's like a whole nother thing. Like for me, I sketch a lot, but like I just don't talk to people about it because like they don't do that. It's weird. It's like they just photo.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I have like a sketchbook that like I just sketch like when I just obviously just don't want to do anything else. Um or when I see the notebook and I'm like, "Oh, I should sketch or whatever." So yeah, but then it's like for you I was like admired the fact that your illustration journals or art journals are like more popular than your film videos.
Yeah, I'm like my most viewed video is like an art journal video, and I got like most of the views I got within like a couple months of posting it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, well that's interesting.
Yeah. Cause like me, like I think the one time I tried, right, was like a very like time lapse of me painting I have like a big love for Justin Timberlake, which is a whole nother thing. And then I was just like, oh, this video is getting like no views, but I was like, I don't care. I'm not gonna take it down. I was just like, because I enjoyed, doing it. But I was just like, it really shows that like people watch you for certain things and not like everything. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, I was just like, but that's not gonna stop me from like painting.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but I was just like, oh, I was like jealous a bit. I was like, oh, people like seeing these things on her channel. Like, I can't post art. I don't know. I was like, I have to, I guess, warm up people to like watch it or something, or post more, and just hope that they'll just start watching. I don't know.
That's kind of what I do. Like, I mean, I know those other videos got a lot of views, but like, I don't know, even from now on, like, sort of, I don't know, my art style has been so weird lately that I just haven't been drawing too much outside of school and whatnot. So, like, I haven't been making any videos related to that.
Yeah,
But, like, still, even like making those videos about travel and like reading, I just always assume, well, if they don't want to watch the video, they don't have to. Like, it's
yeah,
whatever, you know.
yeah. Are you? I mean, I know there's like COVID and stuff, but like, are you itching to travel because of like what's going on?
Um, I mean, I always am, I guess, but like financially, I probably wouldn't be able to do it anyway, at least not for some time now. So it's just kind of like the COVID isn't really affecting it as much as money is, and
Yeah,
just, because all the places I want to go are like really far out west. So
yeah.
yeah.
No, I'm just curious because like every person is like, Joan, the moment everything's open, we need to plan a road trip or something. And I'm like, guys, like, I mean, for me, like, I was like smart that I did it during spring break, even though I wasn't like those spring breaker people who were like partying in the beach or whatever.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know how the whole like, let's say plane situation, because when I was like, on the plane there was just like nobody, but then it was like people weren't really like wearing masks like that too at the time, and that was March. But now obviously everything's like protocol, and even more serious. But yeah, so no, I was just curious because like, when now water rafting, I never did that in my life. I was just like, oh, maybe there's like something also like that, like we could do, like if it's not in the city or something. Like I'd be down to go hiking or whatever. It's weird. I've hiked everywhere else but my area. Like I never hiked around Jersey. I've always been like, oh, it's home. I'll always be here. But then
Yeah, right.
you're so more like inclined to wanting to travel other places and hike over there.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I won't hold you anymore. But
It was fun talking.
yeah, no, I tell everyone, this is not going to be the last time. So thank you so much for doing this, and we'll
Yeah,
definitely talk again. And we'll hang
definitely.
out in person, not just Zoom calls.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So have a good day, and
Hey, you too.